In this lesson, the Maya user interface, what we're going to do is introduce you guys to the Maya user interface, or what's just commonly known as the UI. Basically, we're going to look at the different elements of the user interface, but one of the things we're not going to do is explore these elements in depth. And why is that, Zach?
Well, that's because if we did that, we would literally be here for days showing you what each pixel of the UI does.
Oh, come on. How exciting would it be to sit here for days?
Having used Maya for a while,
not very
at all.
Yeah, precisely. By the time we got finished with such a long set of videos in the one lesson to cover every single feature, basically you guys would have a complete understanding of Maya, and it would conclude this course and all other courses to come.
Not to mention you'd be bored out of your skulls.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is provide you with a brief overview. The idea is to get you up to speed in locating things quickly. We want to be able to say, in the view panel or in the channel box, and you guys know what we're talking about.
Right. We're going to be focusing a lot on terminology so you guys know what to call each thing and where each thing is located. Now, the precise functions and functionality of each aspect of the UI we're not going to be harping on too much because you're going to learn that while we go through the projects.
That's right. Now, starting out, what we're going to do is look at the viewport because it's, well, the largest area of the user interface. From there, we're going to move up and talk briefly about the following items. We're going to look at the menu bar. We're going to look at the status line. We're going to look at the shelf. We're then going to look at the channel box and the layer editor and layers. We're then going to move over and look at the time slider and the transport controls. From there, we're going to move down and talk about the range slider, and we'll mention briefly character sets, auto key, and preferences. From there, we'll talk about the command line, the command feedback. Then we'll talk briefly about the helpline because those that are new to working with Maya are going to find that just as an invaluable tool.
I've been using Maya forever and I still use it.
And then, that's just because you have a short-term memory.
That's true.
But that's okay.
What'd you say?
From then we're going to move on over here to the left-hand side where we will address the toolbox, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Well, actually, I think we'll go ahead and throw in a few more things as well. We'll talk about the attribute editor, the hypergraph, the hypershade, and the outliner, as these are some of the panels that you're going to find most useful when working inside of Maya.
And they're going to be hidden the first time you open Maya.
That's
so
right.
You're going to need to know how to access it.
Not only that, but when it comes to the user interface, that's something that you're going to hear a lot. Now, open the attribute editor.
Sure.
Or in the hypershade.
Yeah.
So
deep into your outliner, you're going to see this, that, or the other, and you're going to need to know how to get to each one of these things.
That's right. So let's go ahead and throw those in as well.
Cool.
So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with the next video being on viewports.